Welcome back to more Neopets merch. You would think that this channel's sponsored by Neopets at this point. It's not. I'm spending all of my money on this stuff. I wish it was sponsored because I would really like one of those $150 plushies, but I'll be honest, I'll be damned if I'm spending that much on a plushie. It's not happening. Sorry, Dom. But anyway, that's not why we're here. So today we're going to be looking at the Omelette Faerie, which is the most recent. I keep wanting to call it a manga. It's not a manga. You know what I mean. What's it called? Comic? Graphic novel? What's the non-weeb term? Please help. But anyway, it's the most recent one that's come out by them. They are working on another one with the discarded Grundo plushie, but that's not going to come out for a little bit. I did read this all the way through, so I'm going to give you a no spoilers talk about, because I want you to read it, you know, because I like peer pressuring people on the internet. But anyway, so the retail price is $15 US, $20 in Maple Leaf money. I don't feel like that's a horrible price. The whole book is in color, so I feel like that's pretty good for what you're getting. The cover's nice, it's glossy. It is a paper cover though. With this one, you can order it a few different places, so you can get it on like Amazon and Barnes and Noble and stuff, but they had a limited thing that if you pre-ordered it from the Rebecca, where's she at? Right here, the author. If you pre-ordered it from one of her local bookshops, it's called Sidetrack Bookshop. It was in Royal Oak, Michigan. And you tell her that you want her to give your omelet horoscope, she would actually like write it out and sign the book, is what they said on Discord. I'll pop up the message here so you can read it if you want. It's a lot of letters. So mood if you don't want to. But I did that because obviously, why would I not? I want to feel special. So she did write in it. Is this not the cutest? I feel like this is pretty accurate. I'm gonna be honest though. I always say this wrong. I call it chocado. It's not chocado. Chocodle. None of these are right. But it's so cute. So I love that mine's personalized. I feel special now. I know. I'm that girl. But it's really cute that they actually had this if you pre-ordered it from them. And I mean, I'm always happier to support a smaller bookshop than a bigger bookshop, you know? So that was pretty fun. Like I said, the whole book is in color. I'm not going to go into the whole story with this. I'm just going to kind of give you some quick highlights and stuff. Obviously, I know this is a shocker. It talks about the giant omelet in Tyrania. I know. I wouldn't have thought it either. But it does talk about Saber-X, which in the most recent AMA as of filming this, they did ask if they could turn the random event back on to get him as a Battle Dome challenger. So maybe we'll see that, because they said they're trying to turn on like some of the old random events and stuff like that from this. But it's a really interesting story. We've never had an Omelette Faerie before, so you know what's up with that. It's not bad. This book is recommended for, I think, does it say on it? No, it doesn't say. It's recommended, I think, for reading ages 6 and up, which I feel like kind of hits, because if you were younger, I remember having these like Scooby-Doo like graded readers for kids. It kind of hits me in that. None of the language in it is very complex. If English isn't your first language, you're probably gonna understand this way more than me, honestly. So they did a pretty good job of writing the story simply enough that the pictures can tell a lot of it without you having to actually go too in depth of like reading and comprehending of it. So if you struggle with reading, like sometimes if I'm reading a page, like if it's just letters, they'll get kind of jumbled up and it is hard for me to understand. The way they break it up and stuff like that, it makes it pretty nice, so you can see the font pretty easily in the speech bubbles. I didn't really have any issues with any of them looking too like weird and cramped or anything. The pictures do a lot of heavy lifting at times, so that's always good because I like looking at pretty pictures. The story itself, the story is very cute. I did like it. I think it's pretty good. I do like, it is a pretty inclusive story, which is kind of nice to see building into the Neopets lore, because I feel like this is something that's been hinted at, maybe just maybe, on the website, but not actually shown enough. So it's nice to see stuff like this actually in official Neopets lore. So I'd recommend it. It's a pretty good read. They did say in that Discord message from August 30th that they are working on an ebook and an audiobook. I don't think this would hold up very well as an audiobook. I think it would be fine, but it would remind you of like when Barney's reading a book to you. It's a lot better as a graphic novel because the pictures are great. They did a great job. Obviously, I don't want to go too far into it to ruin the story for you, but they did a great job with the art. There's a whole lot of Neopets references in it. Obviously, they did a great job with that. So highly suggest reading it. But one other thing with it, we're actually going to pop over to the site for real fast. Okay, so the reason I brought you over to the Battle Dome is because at the very end of the book, there's a little area that asks you if you can tell them what the elderly Tyranian Erie's name is, which is a character in the book itself. If you can do that, you actually get an item, which pretty much everybody can get. It's not a, like, obviously, since it's just his name, it's not like a one-time use code or anything like that. It is once per person, I think, but like everybody can use it. You don't have to get the book. It's the same as the avatar from like the cookbook. Like everybody figured this out. Everybody can put it in on the site. So pretty much everybody can get this. But this is it right here. I'll blow it up over here. So it's called the Omelette Scepter. Right now it's really cheap too. If you want to just buy it, this is so tiny. Let me zoom in. Hang on. Is that better for you? Yeah, that's a lot better. So it's really cheap right now as a filming. Let's look at the actual damage. So nobody's actually like rated it at this point on the Jelly Neo Battlepedia. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about Battle Dome items, so I'm just gonna give you what my dumb brain understands. It does 13 icons of fire damage and it heals for 5. I don't know if it's like a heal every single time you use it or if it's like once per like battle opponent or something like that, but whenever I've used it alongside of things like my like I got, you know, the leaf girl stick and I got my shark tooth, when I use it alongside of them and the mythical tablet and my freeze gun, it works really well. Given the level that Shara's at, I can pretty much one-hit most things that I'm kind of working to one-hit, except for the big space fungus man on like medium or hard. So it's actually a pretty good weapon in my opinion, as somebody that knows nothing about the Battle Dome. So I like that. I like that they included this as something that you can get. It's pretty sick. I do like that it's story related a little bit, how you get it. So that's pretty cool. But if you wanted a little bit more information on it, I would suggest, and I'll link this below, I would suggest checking out the Neo merch page on it. There's not too much here. They do have some of the, they did some teasers with like some of the random comic pages images, which are so fucking tiny on the screen. Sorry. They did some of those, so if you want to look at that, and then it talks about the scepter and stuff. But overall, I think it's a pretty good book. I really enjoyed reading it. It was a really quick read. I really think it took me like 30 minutes to get through it, and that was me like half brain kind of reading it, so it's pretty short. Let me see how many pages it is. It's 111 pages, which sounds like a lot, but like there's a ton of art. Some pages are just art, so it's pretty easy to get through, and then you feel fulfilled because you read a whole book. I'm pretty excited for Neopets to keep going down this avenue because compared to their older books, it's still pretty fun. I still like it, and I still feel like it has that Neopets charm that the old books had. So I highly suggest it. I really enjoyed it. What did you think? Did you guys actually read it? Did you just get the Battle Dome item? Is the Battle Dome item actually good? I feel like it is. What omelet are you? Because I gotta know. But let me know, because I'm curious. I think it was great. I'm pretty excited for the other one to come out. But that's all for this. I'm definitely buying more Neopets merch soon. So I'll keep you updated for sure. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day and eat like 50 million omelets. Probably not. That'll bloat you to hell. Okay, bye.